everybody and welcome to another video, or specifically review. Today we'll be reviewing not a Spider-Man figure, not even a Toy Biz figure, but a Sonic the Hedgehog figure. And this one is going to be a pretty special one because it's going to be a historic Sonic figure, a Sonic figure that started it all. So let's get started, people. Alright, back in 1991, yeah, that was a pretty long time ago, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the most, if not the most at the moment, popular video game character. As years were going by, there were plenty of Sonic merchandise. And of course, there were kinda action figures. First, we've got Tomy with their statue figures, which were kinda bad actually. The quality was awful, and these figures didn't even have articulation at all. There was this Bendy figure, which is super rare at the moment, but also I will not count it as an action figure because it doesn't have joints, like, you know, movable joints and so on. And in 1998, the first company which created Sonic the Hedgehog figures was, of course, Resaurus, a company that in general created video game characters, also like Crash Bandicoot and, you know, some different ones, but their most notable action figure line was, of course, the Sonic Adventure line, which in the first line included actually 3 figures from what I remember. There was Sonic, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, as well as a big 10-inch Sonic, there was one non-talking version, and the other one was the talking version. Of course, after that, there was, in around, I think, 2000 year, there was the line 2 of Sonic figures, which also included Sonic with skis, Amy, Big the Cat, and I believe some different character. I'm not sure at the moment, but, you know, I probably post a picture while I'm speaking, so. And, well, there was leaked Sonic Adventure 2 figures planned, but unfortunately, because of, you know, Resaurus going out of business in 2001, we never got Sonic Adventure 2 figures from them. But I'm lucky enough to review that I got 4 years ago, a Sonic the Hedgehog Resaurus figure, new in box, for $60. Now, the box I'll show you later on because I need to find it in the first place, but I did find the figure with the whole accessories, so here it is, people. Sonic. Oh my goodness, let me quickly tilt the camera. I forgot that Resource figures are a bit smaller than Marvel Legends and Toy Biz figures, so here it is. And look at that, people. This is, as I like to call it, art in terms of action figure world. Now, the first Sonic figure that came out, of course, had pretty okay articulation. It wasn't like super crazy like with Jazzwares, but it was pretty nice. So let's take a look on that figure. First of all, the paint job and the sculpt. So paint, I mean, look on how beautifully this figure is painted. Like, really, after over, how much we have now is 2025? 27 years ago, and look on how good this figure looks. Holy smokes. These shoes, this attitude, this smile, look on his teeth, people. And his eyes too, and his ears over here. Like, this is a really well built figure, especially with paint job wise. You know, nowadays it would have paint chips all over the place, but yeah, it does look very good. I did keep it in pristine condition because I knew this is a super rare figure and I didn't want to mess with it that much, because I'd seen pictures where people just they were super messing with that figure back in the day, and it was completely broken, because these figures are more of a figures that, you know, that you use mostly on mostly on the shelf. You know, these were at a, let's say, toy price, because that was like, I think, $7, something like that. And you did get pretty nice figure. Now the sculpt, it's pretty interesting. It's not a regular Sonic sculpt, which you normally see. His quills are kinda more blocky, like they look really similar to how it looked kinda in Dreamcast in Sonic Adventure. Pretty cool. The quills over here, you can see they are kinda together. You can see here they are engraved, but it's one big piece. You know, you don't have any bits and pieces going out here. Over here it says, yeah, Resaurus made in China. Oh, 1999 even, Sega. Okay, that I didn't know, but anyways, onto the articulation. So his head can turn left and right. His arms can move that much up, actually, so it's, you know, pretty nice. You do get some rotation over here, like the whole 360 rotation. Oh yeah, here you can see a bit of a paint chip, but it's not really a problem here. It can move 360. It has a, how we call that? You can move actually around his arms here, which is pretty cool actually, in my opinion. It does look very, very nice. Let me quickly change a little bit the light. Look, you can move here and here like this, right? And also, what's funny, if you look on these legs, this is actually the funny thing. The legs you can move forward and you can move backward. Now, I'm not doing this. I know you can extend these legs more forward and backward. But you see here, this is one of the things which was very noticeable with these figures. There is a paint chip right over here. You see that? It's over here in this place because you move often. You know, if you move often a joint, it's obvious that the paint will go off. That's why I not really move these figures as much. This figure specifically, because I treat it more as a collectible rather than a toy. You know, because with Toy Biz, like here, you don't have to be worried that much about paint because it's strong. It's like, you know, it was like 3-4 years later after this guy, after the Toy Biz figure, and after the Resaurus figure. And here, you know, even if you move those joints, you not see any paint coming off. And here, you do. But it's not really a problem for me because I not play with it anyways. And you get, of course, some tilting. Like here, the foot... yeah, I'm right. The shoe/foot is also tilted over here, as well as here. Now, you may think, why is it sculpted weird like this? And the main reason why is because it's to... Okay, I'm here going to extend these legs. Screw it. Because it's to replicate the Sonic Adventure pose. It actually looks good. Like, okay, I could normally move a little bit these joints differently, but yeah, that's how it is supposed to be. So yeah, you can also keep them, you know, in a normal position. They do get loose over time, like here, because now I have this figure like 4 years, but I still think I keep it in a really nice condition. As I come for the accessory, we do have, or in general accessories, we do have pretty cool accessories. We do have a stand for the figure, which is golden. It's actually a plastic. It's obvious it's a plastic, which it's painted in gold, and you know, here you see it's everything sculpted in nicely. Man, they really knew what they were doing. You also get this plastic rod, which normally you put here, like so. And on top of that, you get a ring, people. Look, a Sonic the Hedgehog ring, which also you can like put over here on his hand. It does look nice, but it does have a hole right over here, and you're meant to basically attach it to this rod. However, because of the fact that I did that so many times, the plastic inside here got a little bit widened, and because of it, it's kind of more loose. You see this? It's kind of loose. It doesn't stay in place. And when I got it new, it did stay in place, but I liked to, you know, pose it sometimes with the figure, sometimes without, and in the end, I kind of, you know, extended the figure itself. So yeah, now you can of course put the figure like on the stand, but I'm not sure how should I do this actually. Let me quickly sort that out. All right, so you put this leg over here. No, I think this one or that one. Like let me think, people. Maybe like this. Will it work? Please work. You know what? Let's put this out for a second and let's see if actually I can put Sonic's leg over here. I'm not really sure, but I think so. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, there you go. And you put the rod back like so, and the ring. So, oh yeah, also I did see that the paint sometimes may chip off like here and here because of this gold, you know, but it's still a really nice accessory. I enjoyed it. Let's put this back here, and my goodness. And there we go. Pretty nice. Ignore that. I'll do that later on and maybe on some photo shoot, but yeah, anyways, a really good figure. Now, as it comes for the box, just give me a sec, I'll make a new clip. Alright people, so I managed to find that box. It's actually super yellow, holy crap. look on that now. Let me bring that figure a little bit away. And yeah, so here's the box. Now, I do have this box a little bit dismantled because I remember that I just ripped it off. I was just so happy. That's how it looked like, actually. Yeah, that's how it looked like. And yeah, and basically I believe the guy, he sold it at around 60 euros because the box was like scratched, you know, like it wasn't an open figure, but it was scratched, right? And here you have Sonic, here you have Sonic Adventure, it says here Resaurus, and here and Sega. I don't know if you can see that, guys. I'll quickly tell you that. Yeah, Resaurus and Sega. Now, fun fact, this figure, similarly to the hated black-suited Spider-Man figure that I reviewed last time, it does also come with a sticker over here, which you can also take off, but similarly as with the other figure, I'm not going to do that because it's a part of the box, and I feel like it would be wrong if I did that, you know, so yeah, it is a bit of a dismantled figure, dismantled box at the moment, but, you know, I got it new. I'm really glad. I feel like it's a holy grail of my figures at the moment, from at least, I feel like the real grails of my figures at the moment are like these two. Are like literally these two, because these two, finding new and like for good price, it's like super hard, you know, unless you're like, if you're a diehard fan of perfect boxes, you want to keep them many years, then yeah, then they are going to cost you like $300, $400, maybe more. But I don't care, to be honest, because I like what is inside the box, not necessarily what is with the box. Of course, there are some exceptions like Hot Wheel cars, because I do have so many loose mainline cars that in general I just keep them, you know. Nowadays I keep more Hot Wheels in box, but trust me, I have so many loose cars that I have many cars to play with. So, but coming back to the Resaurus Sonic, how would I rate it? Obviously an 11 out of 10. I can only imagine how Resaurus would make a Sonic Adventure 2 figure. It probably would have, you know, the same head. It would probably have this ring over here on one of these hands, I'm not really sure now, and definitely soap shoes. I can imagine that, but unfortunately Resaurus doesn't exist. The only thing which you can do, unless you're like, if you are not afraid of this figure, you can basically customize it by, you know, buying maybe a soap shoe Jack specific Sonic, or by, I don't know, like customizing that figure, you know. I'm never going to customize that figure or that figure, because they just look so special to me, you know. It just proves that long ago, toys in stores, this was just a normal toy in store long ago, it was a proper thing, you know, like Resaurus wasn't, you know, like Hasbro, where they, you know, they try to you know, escalate the most money as possible and later, you know, throw at you a awful product. No, Resaurus actually cared, and because of that they went out of business, and that's why similarly Toy Biz went out of business. That's also the funny thing. Two titans in terms of making awesome figures fell because they were too good to people. And you know, nowadays it does pay off to many people who have these figures in box because they are a rare item. But yeah, do I recommend you this figure? If you find it new and like for under $100, absolutely. If you find it new for $100, okay. But if the box is, let's say, in a better condition, and if you find it new for $300, don't buy it, because it's completely overpriced at this point. And you know, I'd rather have a used one. If I hadn't have this one, then I would have chosen a used one. But I'm glad that I have this one. It's a wonderful figure. As a comfort scale comparison, because I forgot to do that, I'm just going to use probably the Toy Biz Spider-Man as my, let's say, reference, to be honest. I'm not going to, you know, take every single figure I have in my collection and like put them alongside each other, because that would be stupid. But let me quickly take the camera a little bit more back. Let's take this Spider-Man figure later. Let's take this Spider-Man a little bit more to the back. And yeah, and as a reference, here's the 6 inches, here's a 4-inch figure. A bit of a difference, you know, on the camera it does feel like this is a huge figure, but it's not. It's kind of like, you know which figure is huge? This bad boy over here is freaking huge. This is the Spider-Man 2 super articulated figure. This is huge, and also I'm going to review that one. Maybe not now, but like maybe in the future. But yeah, anyways, this is it for today's review. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I wish you, once again, like always, good day and good night. And if you find this figure in a pristine condition, just go for it. Don't even hesitate. Just go for it. Have some fun. And yeah, and I see you guys in a next video. See ya.